Another issue that we talk about sometimes in doing our work, where we call it local host, that we can do some of our work on premise that we talk about versus via the cloud. So there's always going to be issues in via the cloud. Okay. So today I'm going to go over what are our assignments, what is due. So I'm going to share my screen. I'll do my entire screen. I'll share. Hopefully we were going. I know that I'm recording as well. You can see that. You can see that I'm recording on my MSN recorder on premises. You can see that as well. You see yourself that we are on YouTube. And if I go to the content, you can see my what's due section. And you see there. So we see for this Wednesday, we had on the last Monday, we had the final project this past Monday, and the tech guide, cloud computing, and the quizzes, and you had some additional readings. I would like you to look at these additional readings if you hadn't gotten to it, is one on AI callers, and one for VAPI, Voice Application Program Interface, that we discussed on Monday. We will have an assignment next week for VAPI. I want everyone to get some AI callers and try it out. Be interesting to see. And then each group will also have their own AI caller. This way, each student will know how to be familiar with the AI callers, and we'll look and see if we can get some vanity phone numbers. You remember when I said, for instance, Wismore Biz or USA Manuel or USA Accountants. We'll see what it is. For next week, you have part 2, which we will use Wix in this class for web development, since we have an academic version, and we'll talk about collaborating. We will get a paid version of Wix. Your readings next week is also going to be on artificial intelligence, the adaptive assignment. And I'd also like you to do additional readings, and you can see these additional readings is what is cloud computing, what are some examples. Here's one is cloud computing, what are the benefits, explain the public, private, and hybrid, the types of cloud service, and what are the uses. You can see this would be a good open-ended questions on cloud computing. We'll probably have a good open-ended questions on AI callers as well. And before the exam on the 17th, I will give you a study guide as I did in the first time, and I will also give you some suggested open-ended questions. So at this time, I need to go to the audit assignment instructions, make sure that that works. And note here, you see this, Hunter, and you may want to even put it for everybody to know, this is the code for Wix. Do you see that, Hunter, in yellow? Where we can upgrade, which is wonderful, to the business plan and claim a domain name for a year. So once you finish, Hunter, your project, and you pick an outstanding domain name, you can then take it with you, and your whole group can take it with you. That's the beauty of what I'm saying. And later on, whoever signs up to this will use a credit card, but you will not, by putting in this 100% discount code, it will not be billed. But if you use your credit card, like always, make sure, in this case, is after the class, that if you don't want to continue for another year, that you will not have that you'll do an renewal removal steps. Okay, and at this point, here's this Wix coupon code. Let me just see it. I hadn't seen it before. Is that the same? Okay, this is we're happy to offer you this free Wix Premium, but it's business plan, right, Daniel?
Yeah, it's the business plan.
Yeah, is there a premium too called? I'm just making sure that complete the
Well, they're
code.
referring to generally it being a premium plan,
Premium
as in
plan.
not
Okay,
free.
not as a name. Okay. So we'll go to that one. And then if I do the upgrade, right? Upgrade using invite all team members, become competent, showcase your generative AI tools, explore. So we're looking for next week as the first draft of your project using Wix. So you'll open your browser in Wix, you go to the get started, and in this case, you can play around with it, but in order to work as a group, you need to have one person in your group with their credit card sign up with this code. And once you're editing in the site here, on the social media sites here, you'll be later on for our next assignment, we'll be planning our domain name. We'll be placing the link in the audit section. And this should be, everyone in there should have in the top of your audit group, you should then have also your group 0. And even before you go into all your proposals and all your other projects, is put your URL, publish your URL, and it should be right there out in front. Do you hear me, Daniel? Yeah, you do? Tell me, Hunter, do you hear me?
Yep. I do. Sorry, I
Okay.
was muted.
Okay, because I'm on my screen, I see myself frozen. So you still see me. So
I see you
Jesse,
frozen as well, by the way. It's just
okay,
we
all
can hear
right.
you.
But you can hear me. It's good enough. You don't see my pretty face. You can see later on. Okay, so as long as you can hear me, and just in case this looks like I'm having an issue, let me just stop sharing. And maybe Daniel, you can, Zoom is not, don't send. Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So anyways, I'm going to stop sharing and see, go to another computer.
Want me to
So
share it?
yeah, so see if you can stop my sharing and you can share, and I'm going to come back in, Daniel. Okay.
Okay. Let's
And then you
see.
can start going through your project. Okay. I'm going to try to get out because I'm having some issues here where Zoom is not meeting. I'm going to come back in. So if you can just take over, Daniel, I'm going to just
Yep.
come back. Of course, we have issues, right?
Yep. All right. So where do we pick? So yeah, this is the part where you finally get to make your website, or at least start making your website. Um, so obviously you'll go to Wix. There's the code that is provided to you, gives you the year, as Professor mentioned. And one of you, let's say like a team lead or something like that, this is really the only assignment where you need to pick one person to like do something first. Um, One person has to create the site. Again, it's free. Then you're going to have to upgrade the site to the business plan. There's that guide that Professor was going through, which explains how it works to upgrade. Should be pretty self-explanatory. You just get to the checkout part, and then you put in this code. Do not pay for it. It's free. We don't want you to pay for it, obviously. And then you'll have to remember to cancel the subscription when the semester's over. We will remind you. And even if you do forget for any reason, you have a whole year from the time that you subscribe. So, you know, just try to make sure you remember that so you don't get charged because it is an expensive plan. Um, Once you've upgraded the site, then you're able to invite like collaborators or the rest of your team, um, which obviously needs to happen. So just a quick note, whenever you're working on the site individually, you should try to do it at different times because multiple people can't edit the site at the same time, unfortunately. So generally when we do these projects, people split up the work to some extent and then they set times that they're going to work on it or there's you guys are adults, you can work on it as a group. Then, of course, you have to edit your site, and there's a bunch of different things that we want you to include. Um, this assignment just includes the home page, contact page, and social media accounts. On the home page, you should have the mission statement. That should just be like a quick sentence or something like, I don't know, reinventing AI or reinventing tutoring for students or something like that. Then what you do, this should be a few sentences, a little bit more in detail than the mission statement. A team page, this should have a professional picture of each team member, along with titles. You can make those titles up. Here, I'll go to my website so you can see kind of what this looks like. So again, homepage, this is the mission statement, this is the kind of description, and then separately, I put the about page, got our team, and then you have me. This is my title. This is what I do, and Isa and Lily. So most importantly, don't just put the title, put actually something what you do. It can't just be AI slop. It should be like an actual something that sounds believable. So we'll look at this again, like the whole point of this website is that it should look like a proper business to some extent. Um, and we'll be grading based on creativity, based on how it looks, just aesthetics in general. Of course, based on following the instructions, like that you have the homepage, you have the mission statement, you have what you do, you have the team page. Um, so just make sure you do all of that. You need an AI generated logo. Again, if we go here, you can see this is my AI generated logo. This is using DALL-E. If you do use AI for anything on this website, which obviously you should, make sure that you cite it and cite which model it is, because people want to know. Right now, the AI image generation has gotten really good. Obviously, ChatGPT has that built in, or Google or Grok or any of the AI models you might be using. Um, and then, yeah, you'll do a contact page. This should be pretty self-explanatory. Let's see if we can go to mine, just a contact here. Eventually, you'll put your VAPI AI number. This is not assigned yet, but you'll put your email. You can put the school address or something like that. You can even put your social media there. That would be a good place. Maybe a form so people can reach out, something like that. We just want to be able to have that there. See, I put just Miami as the address. Then let's see. Obviously, publish your site. So whenever anyone makes a change, you can save the site, but then only your team members will be able to see it. But ideally, you publish the site so that when we check the links to make sure you're progressing and everything like that, we can actually see what you've done. A lot of people forget to do that, and the site doesn't look finished at all, or it doesn't look like you've met milestones. So make sure to publish your site after you're done. And when you publish, that will also save. Now, social media accounts. So this is something we're emphasizing quite a bit more this semester. Uh, it used to be less social media was required, but now because there's so many more AI tools for things like this, and image generation has gotten really good, and video generation has gotten pretty good, this is a good time to show that you know how to use these tools. So you're going to make at least four different social media accounts. You could use X, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, whatever social media sites you want. Just not YouTube for this one because YouTube is coming later. And over the course of the rest of the semester, you should make at least 12 compelling posts. We want images, we want videos. That's why we put here that Google VO3 is a great image generation model. You all should have access to that. And that should be spaced out at about 2 to 3 per week. All of you should follow each other and like on the page and comment so it looks like there's some engagement. And maybe, who knows, the algorithm could pick it up and that'd be pretty cool. You can reuse the posts between the platforms. We're not asking for, that many posts, but this is something that will count heavily in the rubric for this semester. So just make sure that you spend some time on the social media because we will be looking at it. And yeah, that's how you get your brand out there. So it's a good skill to know how to use. Um, and of course, you came up with 3 apps in the proposal section as to uh, what you're going to use within your company. So um, just continue looking for other Gen AI apps. It's not too late to change that. In 2 weeks, you'll have your next kind of assignment for the project. And at that point, you'll have to have known what you've picked. So if you think of something that's better, you can swap it out. It's no problem. You don't have to update the proposal, just obviously within reason. Um, you should know how each app works because you're going to have to do a tutorial using it in the context of your business. So familiarize yourself with that. And then, of course, you should start planning your domain name. So this should not just be like BTE210 project. We want it to be something creative, preferably your company name. You will have this domain for a year. So if you want it to be something cool and you want to keep that, you should think of something cool. Um, you're not going to upgrade your domain name yet. We want you to think about it more and to put a lot of thought into it. So just for now, there's no need to upgrade it. And then, of course, the submission, which for the project is pretty simple. We just want you to post your link in the audit section on your group folder. There's no need for you to post any more like files or anything like that, like we've been doing previously in the audit section. Just your link will suffice for now. Now, my link here, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see better. My link here is a custom domain name because I've already upgraded it. But when I was doing this part of the project back when I took the course, and what you should do is put your Wix domain name because you haven't upgraded the domain yet. So it'll look like something wix.com/ whatever, whatever. And please click the link to check that it actually works and that we can actually see the work that you've done so that your work is reflected, especially when we're keeping tabs on you guys, make sure it's all done. Um, the only other thing you'll have to post as far as this project goes in the audit section will be your PowerPoints, which comes way at the end, so you don't have to worry about that right now. And then, of course, after that, you finish part 2 of the final project. So not too difficult. Just wanted to go over the specifics of anything. And if you have any questions or concerns or anything like that, you can email me, or now would be a great time to go through those.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Thank you, Daniel. Also, I want to mention that after you finish your project, you will be presenting on December 1st, the last day of class. Each group will be presenting their project basically in a short time frame. I will give you feedback along with Isa and Daniel. And then the day of your final, you will be uploading your final recording with your group along with all the edits that I suggested that you do. So your final project will also have your Zoom, and you can also publish it through your YouTube account. Will be as if someone didn't know anything about your company, and you will be presenting it formally as a group. Any questions before we begin? Anything, Hunter? And there? Pardon?
So no one's asked any questions in the chat.
Okay, and do you?
I don't have any questions.
Okay, so it will be professional. I think it will be creative. You think about it as each group or AI consultants in a certain sector. So if you could, Daniel, share your screen and go to Wix.com.
On the back end or on the front end?
Just the front, just go into Wix
Okay.
as if they were doing Wix.com.
Got
And then
it.
later we'll do the back end. Oh, I don't know if you have, okay, Wix.com. And what I would like to do is the pricing section. See pricing up there? And in the pricing section, with our code, first of all, Wix, you can start for free, but the problem with starting for free is that you don't get a domain name and you are advertising Wix and it is not professional.
Hillary's here, Professor.
Okay, perfect. We will be getting either the business or the core. I recommend that we get the business plan where we get a free domain name, 100 gig of storage, and their marketing suite. And what I do like is that we can have site collaborators. So this is what I suggest. Okay, so if you could stop sharing and we can see. So we have Ellery here.
Welcome, Ellery.
Ellery,
Hello, everybody.
how are you?
Great, thank you.
You look, oh, you always have that background of the sunny disposition. So things
Thanks.
I wanted to do is we're of course we're having technical difficulties here, Ellery. So I apologize. My one computer went down and I came out on another. But we're so happy that you're joining us. We're so happy that we have this fantastic academic partnership with you, and you've been so gracious to us. So Ellery, our students now have chosen their projects of AI consultants, and I can let you know that it varies from tutoring to mental health to wealth management to marketing, and they're trying to revise it a bit. And what our assignment is for next week is they have the basics for their Wix site. That's their assignment for next week. So what I would like you to do is, before you even start with the base 44, which is another product, is I'd like you to just go over with them the Wix, how they need to use their code, and just show them how they can invite their other teammates as collaborators. And then after you show that, then I would like you to talk about your new product that Wix has acquired, Base 44, and also talk about that in general, how that's a new AI, what you call vibe coding tool, but how they could possibly incorporate it when they have their Wix website and they're doing social media, as you know, that they have done before, is how they could have it as an additional option using your Base 44. How does that sound, Ellery?
Right, you're muted, Ellery.
Sure. So collaborators and launching.
Yeah, just basically talk about how they need to basically create their site using the code. We'll have one person in their group use their credit card. How do they need to sign up with their credit card? Where should they put the code? Making sure that it says 0, because sometimes if they forget that, or it doesn't work well, or it's on sale or something like that, it's hard to reverse it. And then the other part is when they're starting, how do they invite their other team members to join them as collaborators
Okay.
and which role they have, and then talk about base 44. I see now your name now, it says Ellery dash base 44.
Yeah, this is our logo. So
Which one is the one in the back?
this in the back, yeah, that's the base 44
Oh,
logo.
and then and then of course ease into just telling us what what is this type of software, how you got to acquire that, and where do you see it going for our academic partnership.
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll leave some time, Ellery, for questions. So we can make it short. We can make it like, of,
Yeah,
25.
this will be a nice 20-minute intro.
Yes,
So
exactly. That's
you
what
let
I
me know.
want. And then we'll ask questions. Perfect. And students can take notes.
Yes. All right, let me know when you'd like me to start or
Okay, so you can right now.
okay,
And is
great.
yourself, Ellery?
Thank you,
us?
everyone. My name's Ellery Rojas. I am the director for partnerships here in Base 44. And I started on Wix as the academics partner. And you can use many tools to build your websites. I believe your project is to create an e-commerce store business so that you can have a landing page, a website, and you get to learn different dynamics from it, right? So here we have Wix.com. For your group efforts, you have been provided with a code that's going to allow you to, one, have a business domain free for a year. It'll allow you to increase your collaborators, which means having more than one person on the account. So you all can go on ahead and invite folks into your page. The good thing is, I would say don't use the code until you're ready and you have everything ready for your project and you're ready to build it out. You can stay on one account. I would recommend come up with one email and password that everyone can log into, and you'll be able to do several things. So just to note, this is the dashboard. This is me starting to create a page and a design. This is pretty much your back office, right? So this is your digital back office, and I'll kind of go a little bit into what these items here on the left-hand side are, but I'll also show you how to go to settings so that you can start inviting your teammates to the site that you're creating. Okay, great. So first things first, you're going to notice something that's a little different. This is a new update that you see on the back end. When you're starting on Wix.com. We do have Wix Vibe. I just want to let you know what it is before we start, which is essentially vibe coding, like Base 44, where you put in natural language prompts. Everyone should be used to it now using ChatGPT and Claude and things like that. But it allows you to just type up what you want and what you're looking for and what you want to create. And it lets you do it without worrying about coding or any of those back-end things or developing things that you would need in the future. So you'll notice it's in beta mode. We started it a few months ago, I want to say earlier in the year. And we purchased Base 44 in June. And so this is a really great way where people would always ask us, well, how can we use vibe coding with Wix and how is it integrated? And that's what Wix Vibe is. So it's basically prompting it, telling it what you want, and then it builds you a website, and then you can continue editing it on the back end. I just want you to know what it is. So you can choose to either use plain language coding in here, no coding in here, or just go through the natural motions of building a website by clicking on AI website creation. And that's what this is. And so I'm going to click on design site on the top right-hand corner. And I want to do it with a template. Templates are really great ways for you to start. There's thousands of them in here. So any of your business prompts, you can choose to have something built out. You mentioned tutoring. So let me just pick in here, tutoring, business. And what I mean by template is it's going to have everything in here that you need, the different pages. So if I click on view, you'll get an opportunity to get like a nice preview of what that template is. And so it has the pages ready, it has the services ready, it has a shopping cart ready, like everything is in here. You can test drive it, take a look at all the pages. If you're looking for a consultation, like it already built that out in the bookings calendar, and it already created the form that needs to be filled out. And then all you all have to do is edit the information, add your own testimonials if you wanted to, add your own client logos if you wanted to, add your own consultation and calendar invites and times and your location here. But it's already done for you. So that's an option that you can choose to do. And if you're looking at different templates, right? I think you also mentioned mental health as a business. And so you can look up in here different ones, right? Like maybe I want to have a mental health practice. Again, you can view it, which gives you an opportunity to preview this whole business site that's already been organized and set up for you. And then all you have to do is edit it. This has a bookings calendar as well. It gives you the different types of therapy that it is. And it does give you an opportunity to kind of highlight what work you've done, supposedly, quote unquote. And it gives you some statistics and then forms that are already pre-built and then types of therapy and testimonials, of course. Okay, so that's how easily you can kind of choose a template. You can also go back in here and say, you know what, I want to start from scratch. Like my team wants to make their own. So you can click on blank templates here and then just choose like a format if you wanted to. Okay.
I would suggest, Ellery, that they do something that's already done by designers in the beginning and then they edit it. But
Yeah, that would be amazing. Like if you look at these are gonna have the most up-to-date like movements. Motion design is what it's called. And it gives you an opportunity to stay
on editing
up
what they
to
have,
date.
and then they can
Yeah.
change.
Yeah,
for
you
the
can
search.
change this. You can change the color scheme. So if I were to choose this one, for example, let's see, I wanted to have a bookings. Well, workshops. Okay, so this is informational, so this doesn't have a calendar. But let's pick one that does.
So that's why it'd be good for them, Ellery, is to spend some time on these templates to see what.
Yeah, play around with them. The cool thing about
Yeah.
Wix is you can make as many of these as you want. There's no limit. So you guys, when you're in a group,
before they use their code.
yeah, don't put your code in until you're ready to kind of launch
Yeah,
it.
so maybe, and so what you were even suggesting is somebody even start on their own for the free one, play around with it, and then get together.
Absolutely. Pick like I don't know, go ahead and say, let's pick two, and then we'll each present the one that we want to use that we like, and then we'll start working on that one, right?
Right.
So this is a really great way for you to see how you can easily edit it just by clicking on it, right?
Mhm.
In a section. And you'll have a quick edit button. So you can either double click here and then choose, I don't know, the text. You'll always have a floating menu and you can get started on changing that. So I'm in Miami, so I'm going to call myself Miami Therapy Works. And just like that, I've gone ahead and edited and changed it. I can change this background if I want to, and I can start making edits to these. If I choose the quick edit button, it gives me like a side-by-side window, and I can easily start making those changes, but also see them live. Okay. All right. So you can see how easily you can make those edits. On the back end, this has a calendar. This has bookings. And what I want to do is kind of edit that. So for you all, you can go here into your pages and go straight into your bookings page and start changing those services if you wanted to.
Right.
Okay, so you're in here in your bookings and you can start updating these to whatever you want
Mhm.
by clicking on manage service. You can make up your new ones and it'll always kind of look the similar. It'll give you these that are fillers, right? They're like examples. And then you can easily add your own service, whether it's a consultation, whether you're
Virtual
selling a
conferencing.
product.
And I just wanted to emphasize to my students is for your consultations, I'd like you to have it free. Basically your clients don't know you. So for your trust then issues, I want these to be free. Also for any testimonials, I want it to be potential partnerships. I want this to be real. So I don't want to make up any testimonials, but rather these are our potential partnerships, or these
Yeah,
are.
I like that. So she mentioned free consult. You can label it as such. And then as you're adding it, I just added a nice little picture in here. And I want here for my price for it to be free.
Free, always on free. That's what I'm looking
Yeah,
for. Later on, once you're
absolutely.
established, then you can, and you have a following, then you can start charging.
Absolutely. And so you can go in here and you know what, for this consult, it is free. So we're going to do this consult for 15 minutes. A nice free 15-minute consult. You can make it as 30 if you want. But realistically, if this is your time in business, like time is money. So I would say 15 to 30 minutes free. You can save that in here. And now your service is live, right? So it's going to be under your bookings in here. So let me just kind of preview this on my top right-hand corner. And it's going to be part of my services. Okay, where's my little service in here, my little item. Let's see, book now. Where are you? Notice that even my logo here, you're going to want to open that up. So there's edits definitely to be made. I want to go back in here to my services. Let me manage this really quick.
We publish?
I want to, we're just in view mode.
Okay.
We don't have to publish anything yet. It's not live.
You can make everything free.
Yeah, these here are your filler ones. Okay, let's see. Where is my product? I want to show it. So let's edit this here. Overview. This is free.
Maybe save.
No, it is saved. It's just the way this is set up. Let's see. And I don't want to click save here. I don't need to. Ah, maybe it's how many are shown. Display. Title. Your group, my layout. Why my service isn't in here? Okay, let's see here. Okay, so I want to show this service.
Okay.
Visibility, show on site. So it should be able to show here. Wow, this is
Not like a
never happened before.
Okay, but anyways, we can move on. But anyways.
I can, but now it's bothering me.
Now
But
you're right.
it's supposed to show it. It's never not done this, but
Yeah.
I'd have to tinker around with it and see why it's not doing it. But it'll show up in here. It'll be live. And then that's how you easily like update your different services here in the system. And then for my booking calendar, you'll be able to see that it sets up times. Like you can edit this if you wanted to. And then aside from that, let's just say you finished creating this. You can easily publish it. Again, you can publish it for free and you'll have a working link so that you can kind of test it out. And this is where you can also kind of like view your site live besides preview mode, like once you launch it.
And it
And you
has the
guys,
website in the domain, in the URL, so.
yeah, this is the free one.
The free one.
You'll notice that it'll have a Wix banner
Mhm.
here at the top, but you'll be able to go through it. You'll be able to play around with it and test it out. I don't know why my service didn't show up. That's weird. Sorry, that's just really bothering me now.
Yeah, you'll
But
come back and you'll see it
yeah,
before.
it'll be there on maybe another template
And I
page.
see the social media is on the right-hand side, so then they can connect to their
Yeah, this is
social
pinned here
media.
on the right-hand side, so you can add it in there. And
Wow.
then aside from that, let's just say you're happy with it. You also want to test your mobile view. That's this little icon in here. And you can also edit in-house here and go through the different pages so that your services and any updates that you make, like my name, this is driving me nuts. I would have to open this a little bit more so that my name fits in here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm that's my mobile view. So you'll be able to edit your mobile view and your desktop version. Okay, really important for you to make sure that both your mobile view and your desktop version is both visibly looking good because you can tinker away and really mess this up. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this. You can give it a little name. I don't know, group 2. Just for now, once you're ready and you're happy with it, I'm going to show you how you can go to your back end, which is
Yes.
you either click on your site button and go to dashboard, or click on the Wix logo on the top left-hand corner and go to your dashboard, which is your
You're
digital.
always looking for your dashboard.
Yes. And then in here, you'll be able to do several things. Add payments. Again, add your calendar, add your catalog of your prices, of your booking and your services. That's where you're going to be playing around with that. But in settings, I want to show you how easily you can start either adding your roles, which is going to be your collaborators for your group. Your free version only lets you add one person. So it's important to note, like, start working on your site, do everything that you need to do. When you're happy and you're ready with it and you want to have a domain that you all came up with, that's when you'll want to add your code so that then you can invite everybody in here, right? I recommended everyone have the same login information and you can kind of assign each other sections. But if you want to do the collaboration early on, you can. You've been given a code by your professor. You can go to your business and it'll be for a yearly option. And once you go into this payment section, it'll ask you for a payment type. And you can enter that code that your professor gave you. And when you click apply, this will be 0.
And that's what I want you to emphasize. Even though some people were having some issues there because there's a promo now on it. So instead you would then eliminate that code and say enter promo code. And
Yeah,
this is
you're
what
gonna
you do it.
you're
And
gonna
make
want to delete
sure
that code.
at this point, we were even thinking having one person, don't do the domain name first, but if they could have that one person sign in, enter the promo code, and then assign to 3 other people in their group.
Yeah, it should say
Yeah.
0.
This is perfect. Everybody see this, and you may want to even take a shot of it, of this, where you're making sure you have one person with their card. They will not be charged with their card, and make sure it says 0. Because if it doesn't say 0, it's hard to do it. And make sure you sign up as yearly, as once a year.
Yeah, and you'll always find an upgrade button anywhere
Right.
that's
And then
purple.
can you show us then on roles and permissions then, once they have that, you want to just go over on the, so they basically, what I suggest everybody do is sign up for the business plan, each group, use the code, and then under manage roles, they basically then even create roles then. You can get the title. And what's the highest I can give everyone then?
Admin.
Be admin. Okay, so everyone then
Be
can be
admin.
admin. The only thing on that admin, they can't go get to the credit card of the
So you're
originator.
gonna want to add everyone as admin. That's basically a
Yeah.
co-owner. And they'll be able to do everything and you just invite a collaborator and you can put their email here and you guys will get an email and you just accept it.
Okay,
And you
That's
have
what I'm trying
access
do.
to
Admin
everything.
co-learn. So they have access. Notice our roles that we've always talked about. The admin has roles to edit, manage for each of those sites.
Yeah,
Right?
so very easy. You can use a template, not use a template, totally up to you. Edit it, make it your own, make it unique.
Uh-huh. And let me just ask you, this VIX Vibe, is that your base 44 or no? That's another.
It's not base 44, it's just using the same vibe coding, which is you give it a prompt and it's gonna build it out. So I want to create a math, I don't know, a math tutoring, if I can spell, tutoring business, and have a calendar. And
Okay, and then you can even go to something like a ChatGPT too to help with turning in your ideas too and cut and paste.
whatever you want, you can do it in
Yeah.
here.
Right.
I want the landing page to have
And you want to pay with team members.
and it to have vibrant colors for college students. I don't know. You can just enter it in here, and then it'll start creating it for you.
And maybe you could even start before you upgrade. You could play around with and see what vibe coding creates for you versus what your templates have created for you.
Yeah, it's very cool. So you can play
A
around
number
with it, different options. It's building out a nice little blueprint for you. It's creating a site. It's giving you all the sections in there that you need. You don't even have to think about what sections you have anymore. Like you just say it's a business, so it's going to have a shopping cart. It's going to have a calendar because I said I wanted it to have bookings. If you want to do a product, you can also say I want to sell items, and then it'll add a shopping cart so that you can have different tools in here. And yeah, so it's kind of telling you, hey, this is what I'm gonna
then on the
build,
bottom
like
is the thing
colors.
that's great site, and then you can.
Yeah. So then it'll generate it. It'll give you colors. You can always update it. You can change it. But this is integrated with Wix. So I showed you the back end, which
Right.
is here. And so now you're going to have access to this new site that it's creating for you. And you can add images and you can add your text, whatever it is that you want. And it's building it out for you. Yeah.
And then you can go to the dashboard like you did before.
Yeah, it's going to show you the dashboard so you can add everything. So it's integrated. It's just using vibe coding. So this is an example of it. I would say tinker away with everything. This is all new technology. I equate it to when the iPhone first came out with a touchscreen phone. Like that's where we are right now. And that's what you're using. You're using the new touchscreen phone. So it's pretty cool. It's creating the CMS for you in here, which means you'll be able to add your products and lists and prices in one place, and it'll automatically update on the front end. And yeah, so it's doing that. It's building out the Math Tutoring Business website and all of its different sections in here. And it's telling you the structure and the key features, everything that's in here. All of this you can edit by prompting it and telling it, and then you'll have a preview. Then you'll have your dashboard. Again, this is the Wix dashboard.
And it's the same format. The Wix dashboard is the same for vibe coding.
Yeah, it's connected with Wix. So this is just creating everything for you. It should do it in like less than 3 to 5 minutes. But yeah, this is pretty much the new technology that you're going to see in the back end. You saw like the classic typical view, which is what I showed you first. And then this is Wix Vibe, which they started months ago.
When did this come out?
Like in January, and I think
Okay, so
they're beta testing it right now with everyone. But yeah, that's pretty much how you use it. And just to kind of do it hand in hand and just show you really quick, I want to create.
Oh, so this is base 44.
Yeah, this is base 44. It's going to look very familiar to many different other vibe coding tools. And I'm going to prompt it. You want to always give it a problem to solve and as much information as you need in order to create something. You don't want to do a one-liner. It's just going to make something very vague. So I'm just going to add in here, I want to create a math tutoring website that has calendar for booking appointments.
So basically, you could put the same
Spelling is crazy.
prompt as you did for vibe coding and Wix.
Want it, yeah, to have vibrant colors. And I mean, you can be specific and add the different types of math tutoring, statistics,
For
algebra, I don't know what other math there is. But calculus, I hated this class. Calculus, but you get the idea. You prompt it, you give it a problem to solve, you tell it what it is that you need to put in here. You can go as far as telling it all the colors, the kind of calendar, the kind of tools that you want to integrate it with. Again, very, very similar to many different vibe coding tools. It gives you all the key features and design approach. Design approach is just your UX, UI. It's like a template. Like, what do you want your visitor, how is it going to be created? What is it going to look like? You can add colors if you want. I said vibrant, so it picks purple, blue, and orange, but you can change it. So that's going to build out all these different sections. Again, that takes between like 3 to 5 minutes. And then for my vibe coding section over here, where is it? Let's see what it built out for me. So it's giving me a nice little demo site. Couldn't complete your request is currently being built. You can track the progress here. You see how sometimes it'll have like an error. The AI will
that's why it's
also,
in beta, I guess.
yeah, it'll also it'll fix it for you like automatically on the back end. But let's look at this preview here. I want to see the preview of this site.
So what would you say is the difference now? I guess it's all developing, Ellery, from your vibe coding in Wix versus your 44, your base 44.
Base 44 is a different product. It's not the same. So that's really important to note. This is just something that they have been building it, and then they saw how awesome Mar was building this out. And it's the new technology in AI right now. So they acquired them, and it's more built out than the Wix one. Wix one is still in beta mode because it's integrated.
So this
Which
is
what
more
everyone
than.
wants to do. Everyone wants to integrate it.
So
So
they,
yeah,
so
this
our
is
student could try this out, and what would they, as our students, if they wanted to have this as part of their project,
yeah,
would
you
they
can use it in tangent. It depends on what
in
you want to do.
tangent? They could use it in tangent, and this would then have a link where they could share it as well. They could even have their regular Wix and then try something out in in your base 44. Oh, this is nice.
No,
Base
this is base 44. It has nothing to do with
I know base
with
44.
vibe.
Right. But could they possibly, is there a link where it could be shared that they could actually then put the base 44 link into their Wix
Yeah.
website?
So you can easily publish this. This is the dashboard. This is where you would work from. If you wanted to invite users, you can. Let me just add this in the chat in here for you guys. But yeah, it's the same. It's based off of a freemium model. You have 5 credits to build something out a day and a total of 25 a month. Credits are used by every prompt that you give it. And you can do tons of stuff in here. You can easily, this is a preview of what it looks like. I can easily publish it. Publishing it gives you a free URL. And let me just add this in here for you all. Just so you can play around with it, just so you can see what it's like if you haven't already used Base 44. I'm gonna use my Wix email, and yeah, you can go in here and it's live. You just have to set everything up. You would have to set up like, your times, your calendars, like anything that doesn't work yet, you would need to update that. So this
Mhm.
is just one prompt. This is one credit, right? And then I can view my appointment.
And
Um,
can you share with my
I just
collaborators?
I just shared it.
I
You
have
can
more than-
share it if you want to share collaborating, that's when you have to start upgrading. But for
Okay.
class purposes, you can
Yeah.
use the free version.
Okay.
And then let me see what's happening here on my Wix
So
one.
one student even could make that as a service and highlight that service of giving, basically of helping people with base 44 as a service.
It depends. I don't know what you want to build, but if you have a mental health app or
Yeah.
website, and then you want to make an app that tracks their appointments or
Yeah.
their
You
therapy
can have
sessions or even a
Mhm.
journal, like you can make a journal and then it's
Right.
part of your service where you
Yeah.
say, okay, you can use this app and this tool to journal for your therapy sessions and what you did, and then you can link it. It's a link, so then you can link it to your website. Looks like this one is still creating it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still in beta mode, but
Mhm.
it's good to know because
Yeah,
you're going to
I
see it
would
on the
think
back
for
end.
our website, they could try out, they may be safer to use your traditional mode.
Yeah, you
rather
can.
than-
So it's up to you. I just
Yeah.
wanted to show you when you see the option that's there, what
Yeah,
it is.
I can see it, but we know that it's beta, so it may not work completely.
Yeah. So I would say you can use either one. You can go with using Base 44 for free, or your traditional Wix website building where you have plenty of tools in here on the back end that you can build out.
So what I want for the students is to use your Wix site,
Yeah.
and if it turns out those that want to explore more your base 44, they can incorporate it in their project as an additional site.
Totally, if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that'd be a nice idea.
Use it. Just think about what you would need it to do.
Mhm.
And that's not even including the AI genic stuff. So
Yeah,
that's a whole other session.
yeah.
But yeah, that's
Well,
pretty much
thank
it.
you.
I encourage you
And
all to
basically,
build.
it's just you showed us how we needed to upgrade with the code with
Yeah,
Wix. They'll have it next week in Wix, their first version, and then we'll get back to you and give you feedback on how they used your base 44. And then and I appreciate all your work that you've done with the University of Miami, and especially with my classes. Any
yeah.
questions, comments that we have?
Yeah, I'd like to know how many of you already started using Wix
They just
for
we
your
just
project.
gave that assignment right now today, so they haven't started.
Oh, maybe some of the one has
Oh,
like
maybe has anyone ever used Wix before? Daniel has and Isa has. For my previous class and my TAs, they have. I don't know if anyone else has.
yeah, you'll have fun building on it. It's super easy and it walks you through the process.
Yeah. Any questions? Are we okay? Daniel, is there anything we need to cover with
No, I
Ellery?
think that was great. Thank you, Ellery.
Yeah, I appreciate it so much, Ellery, and really your support of our students. It's just fantastic. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you guys. Have a good one. I look forward to
Thank you
seeing all
for
the
coming out.
projects they make, Professor.
I will. We'll keep you posted. And
All right.
and even
Bye.
maybe on their presentations, we'll invite you back if you have
Have a
time.
good one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Comments? Isa or Daniel?
I mean, you guys are welcome to use whichever mode of creating the website you want. Of course, don't upgrade it until you're really satisfied with the template.
Yeah.
I used the template when I did mine. I thought it was honestly a little bit easier because everything was there already. But play
That's,
around with it. It's a cool piece of
that's what
software.
I like. I'd say, why reinvent the wheel? Give yourself more work right now, since we're so limited, is they've gotten really good designers on their templates. So it looks really nice. And then you can add through it. The only thing that I want to emphasize to you is, again, this is a real business. Do you understand that, Hunter? So in terms of where they're doing like testimonials, these fake testimonials, I don't want that. In terms of partnerships, you can say potential partnerships. So this is the idea in which something that you can say, I can do this and I can give these services. And then we'll have a section where each person will give a tutorial on some of these products. And it may even be that you may take something like that base 44 or others that you can say, this will be a service for us. Or even something like we did the caller ID when you get to do VAPI is we have an intelligent caller on our website. We can share it and we can make an intelligent caller for you. Do you understand that, Ava? So it's basically you can give services of what you're learning. And the same thing is later on, you'll have your podcast, on your URL, feed it to Notebook LM. And then you'll have your podcast there as well. Questions? So stay with me if you have additional questions. Thanks for backing each other up, and thanks for backing me up, Daniel. We always have issues. So let's do attendance, and then we'll conclude.
I don't know why it did that, but
What? See, so many different things. I don't know why it does a lot of things, right?
yeah, you saw that, right? It said end check-in and
I know.
then
I'm right. You'll have to look at the list
yeah, I will
record.
check.
Yeah, just in case it did an additional one. But for right now, it's 1963. I appreciate everybody's patience with all our technical difficulties. This is what's happened when you do it live, and demos. And you could see some of her things didn't work. I saw with Meta, with Zuckerberg, he was showing his new glasses and it completely failed. And they did a demo time.
Yeah, it's still pretty cool.
What?
The glasses.
Oh, yeah, they're really great. I think that's going to be the next big thing.
Yeah, at some point you'll have to check glasses for exams.
Yeah, you see those. Yeah, vision. It's all
Yeah.
vision.
I have a quick question.
Let's stop the
Yes.
recording.
So just